Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to go over the gold and silver daily technical analysis update. I can tell you we started strong, but finished a little bit weak here. And this could be, I try not to go down any path like manipulation and all that, but we could see it, pull back. The reason being, I can show you in the charts here what we're seeing. We'll go over the dollar, the 10-year yield, precious metals, and some of the companies to give you kind of an overlook here. So let's dive in. I'll let the charts do the talking, and I'll just give you my financial opinion here. So we've got the dollar up. The dollar was down slightly today, moving back and forth quite dramatically today. We were down 0.4% or so, and we've come back up to basically a flat day today. Looking at the 10-year yield was up 2.22%. And it was rocketing higher, and that gained strength throughout the day. It means people are dumping. They're dumping the 10-year yield, or the government was in, or I should say the Federal Reserve was in there buying stuff, and now they're just buying less of it, potentially. Looking at gold did quite the reversal today. It traded very high up, all the way to 1830, almost like we were going to break out, and came all the way back down and ended the day down $4 or so lower. Silver did the same thing. It was flying high earlier, and it actually ended lower, 1.3% or something like that. Platinum still, it was cruising up over $1,000 an ounce and ended a little bit not as high as it was. It was still up $6 is what I've got here. So it dramatically came back, leaving a wick at the top here, which means we could pull back a little bit. Quite a reversal. A lot of the companies also exhibit this. They're leaving wicks at the top, which means that the momentum could still be to the downside. EXK is leaving a little wick, had a down day today, a bearish engulfing pattern that it's leaving us. SILJ, same thing. We could head a little bit lower. GDX, again, in terms of the chart patterns, they're throwing in bearish engulfing patterns at this moment. And we're seeing that across basically the entire sector with wicks at the top or bearish type engulfing patterns, like we see in AG here. Newmont was down slightly today. Mag Silver looks like we could head a little bit lower with this stark reversal today. We're still in the pattern for Yamana Gold, down day 2.2%, still in the pattern. Impact Silver, bearish engulfing pattern, which means we could head a little bit lower. Quite surprising how fast this reversed. It was quite surprising. Aftermath Silver could head a little bit lower. Arcana Gold moving sideways to a little bit lower. And PLG ending the day down 5%, which we were up a few percent. I think up maybe even 4% at the beginning of the day. The royalty companies faring no better. Sand was down today, bearish engulfing pattern. Franco-Nevada, very large down day, putting in a massive bearish engulfing pattern, and we'll see how this actually plays out. EMX down a little bit today. Teuton Resources down, put in a bearish engulfing pattern. Wheaton Precious Metals, kind of a big down day today. Still within the pattern. Gold Royalty Corp putting in a large down bearish engulfing pattern, which means we could break to the downside of this. We've got a bearish engulfing here, with a bunch of buying pressure too. We'll see what happens. Metallo Royalties kind of coming, it's breaking down below its pattern to the downside. Mavericks Metals breaking to the downside here. Royal Gold staying within the pattern. I know Cisco Gold is still within its pattern here. We still have some large down days all through here. It could break to the downside, guys. Quite surprising how fast this has reversed. And especially with dollar weakness and an increasing interest rate. Little confusing, to be honest. But you know what? The market is what it is. Did somebody come in here and reverse this all around? I have no idea. But that is what it is. It's heading on lower, and it looks like it could potentially come down more with today. So this morning, it looked really good. I was like, yeah, this thing's ready to go. It's going to be easy to deliver this. We're going to have an up day and all that. And then throughout the day, it really reversed. And, to keep in mind, I price everything in relationship to gold. It is a function or a way to price things against it, gold that is, which is an accounting mechanism of how much money is in the system. And if they hold gold lower, they're going to hold, there's a possibility they hold all commodities lower if they can do it. And I don't know if they can. They being the Federal Reserve or whoever is trying to hold this down, if it is being held down. I don't know if it is. We'll see. But it is very weird how we've had all this inflation and none of it has been accounted for by the precious metals, basically. Yet all of everything else is up quite dramatically. I don't know if it's price. I mean, maybe it's pricing in a market move to the downside for Nasdaq. So maybe gold is a leading indicator here, telling us that a market pullback in regular stocks might be happening very soon. That's a possibility. And again, guys, I don't have all the answers here. I'm just following the markets and trying to make, observations based off what the markets are doing. I'm not setting these prices by any means. I'm just trying to read it for you guys to see what I'm seeing in the markets. So this could head lower if we don't have buyers step in here. And a lot of these bearish engulfing patterns could push us lower here. And maybe it's signaling something different than what we are not seeing. With the 10-year yield going up, it's probably going to put pressure on things around certain debt-related instruments where if yields go high enough, maybe it puts pressure on it and things start to pull back. So we'll see what happens. Again, I'm here every day. If you guys want these updates, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up for the content. And I'll look at it, keep you guys up to date on it. But yeah, this reversal is quite, it looks like we're heading a little bit lower here. That's what I see. I'm not doing anything with my shares or with anything. I'm just holding on. So that's what I'm doing. Thumbs up. Thanks for listening. See you next time. This is Finding Value.